Hear ye, brave souls and curious onlookers. Gather round as the fires of fate crackle and the drums of destiny thunder across the Iron Realm. Welcome to episode 47 of our ever-unfolding saga, an odyssey forged in courage, betrayal, and choices that could topple kingdoms. It all began with a single spark in episode 1, and now that ember has become an inferno. If you've only just arrived, O wandering soul, fret not. You've stumbled into the eye of the storm. But the entire journey is preserved. Every sword clash, whispered secret, and divine reckoning waiting for you to binge with abandon. Each Wednesday night, our fellowship gathers at the sacred table where imagination reigns and dice defy gravity. From there, the tale is cast into the production dungeon where tireless trolls shape it with hammer and flame. And come Sunday, it rises anew, polished and radiant, unleashed upon the world via YouTube for all to witness. But lo, our reach stretches further still. We've sown breadcrumbs across the digital wilds. Facebook, Instagram, the Iron Realm Wiki, even the enchanted scrolls of Pinterest. Follow us, stalk us, meme us. We revel in it all. Now, before we descend into the abyss of tonight's tale, let us first honor the champions who will shape fate itself. When I call your name, rise from the shadows. Speak your first name, your character's name, their race, class, and level. Let the crowd know who dares challenge the Iron Realm tonight. First up, we have Bradley.
Greetings, viewers. My name is Bradley, and tonight I am playing the always loved Kingfisher Blue, an Er'fro'ren monk, level 6, way of the open hand, or talent in this case, who is smarter than you, and just admit it, you already know that. Alfazar.
Next up, we have David.
Hello, my name is David. I play Q, a level 7 halfling cleric, with my faithful steed, U2.
Next up, we have Allison.
Hello, I'm Allison. I play Theo and Cat, a Kalashtar and Cat, rogue level 6.
Then we have Matt.
Hey guys, I am Matt, and I am playing Tonar. He's a level 7 rogue thief, and he's a half-elf.
And we have Aaron. Excuse me, Lisa. I almost got it right. Fuck on it.
That's all right. My name is Lisa. I play Erin Stonefell. She is a level 5 elf paladin who fights for the innocent wherever she goes.
Okay. And last but not least, we have John.
Hello, I'm John. I play Zechariah, a human paladin of the 6th level, following and marching forward and conquering in the name of the Alpha Bog. Alphazar.
Unfortunately, Rhea could not be with us tonight due to illness. She plays Lominde, our Eladrin rogue, part of the Soul Knife, and she is a level 5. We hope that, Aaron, that you are feeling... Excuse me, Rhea, we hope that you are feeling better real soon. As for me, I'm your humble dungeon master, your narrator, your tormentor, your guide through chaos and wonder, if I can keep my tongue from twangling. Steel your hearts, ready your spells, and let the story unfold. Tonight's summary of episode 46, entitled, Is That a Tongue Hanging Off out of the bench. Did that plant just give me the finger? The group attempts a long rest, but peaceful sleep remains a myth in the Iron Realm. Dreams are restless, pillows suspicious. Erin opens up to Relpek about her mysterious skyfall, and the old astronomer practically explodes with excitement. He whisks her away to a hidden cache in the library, a bow-wrapped bundle of forbidden books tucked behind a dusty tome in like a nerd's secret Valentine stash. Inside, maps, notes, and cosmic lore. Connecting Erin's fallen star to the meteor Relpek has tracked for ages. Erin uncovers a piece of her Stonefell legacy while Relpek beams with vindication. The meteors are sisters. Meanwhile, Talnar takes first watch and starts to whittle, only to realize the group is not alone. Another bench wiggles nearby. Later, during Theo's watch, the same bench mimics her tail movement like it's auditioning for a Kalashtar dance troupe. Theo leaps onto the tongue. Yes, it has a tongue. And combat begins. Kingfisher Blue delivers the final blow to the creepy bench mimic, and Theo proudly collects a new trophy. One mimic tongue. And just when you think it's safe to do a little plant care, Kingfisher tries to upright a toppled potted plant, only for the plant to animate and attack. Join us tonight for episode 47, where even the furniture and foliage thirst for blood, and the next harmless object could be your doom. Episode 47 begins now. Let's roll. Good evening, fellow warriors.
Huzzah.
Good evening.
Huzzah!
Good evening.
Hello.
Glad everyone is with us tonight. And again, we are sorry that Rhea couldn't be with us due to illness.
I miss you, Rhea.
Feeling better very, very soon so that she can get back into the fight.
That's right.
So, and the last part of our last adventure, Kingfisher Blue was cleaning up the garden area in here and managed to disturb assassin vines, and we are going into combat. So I do need for everyone who is in the room area to make a initiative.
So you mean me?
You. Well, I think that the others should be able to hear you from the other room unless they don't want to get involved in this. We can't. We can actually start off just with you, and then everybody else rushes in afterwards.
Well, we can see him, right? Can't we see him?
You can see him.
Yeah. I think we'd all be in combat.
So, if they choose to.
Like Erin can see me. That's the only one, so she could alert the rest of the party.
Okay, now I thought that was at the top. I thought this gray part was what was over top of the room that we're in, room 7.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
So this is the open area. The Lomond.
So the only one who can see me right now is Lomond, who's not here.
Erin is actually in the hallway. She's not actually in the room. You'd have to go all the way this way to get into the room.
I will squawk and squeal and I was trying to reason with the plant, saying, "I'm trying to help you. Don't hurt me."
Roll persuasion.
So we.
Ha.
I will do that. I will roll for persuasion.
Is that better?
No, I rolled an 8.
8, yes. The plant is not quite. You can't tell whether it's amused or annoyed that you that you made the request of it, but it is starting to move in your direction. What is your initiative roll?
22.
We'll start with that, and
If
then
only I were a little half-elf bard with a monkey.
that was the Christmas key.
Yes, I know.
I do miss it. What you got?
It's a good character. Good character. All right, yeah, 22.
2? Okay. Everybody else does need to roll for initiative, but please hold on to that until I call. First round is going to be Kingfisher versus the Vine. Kingfisher Blue, you are first.
All right. Well, my lackluster performance in attempting to placate this plant has failed, and therefore I'm forced to, with no other alternative, to claw the living heck out of it.
Start pruning.
Yes. My first attack roll is a 24.
That does hit. Armor class is 13.
I'm sorry, what is it?
Our armor class is a 13.
Okay, good to know. All right. First attack is 9 points of damage. And the 16 hits.
16 does hit.
And that does 10 points of damage. So with my initial attack, 19 points of damage to our Audrey 2 friend here. So this little shop of horrors.
Okay. Anything else that you want to try and do?
Yes. I will use a key point. I will I'll spend one key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on my next turn. Patient defense.
Will be. All right. So the vine's going to attack you. And is going to try and use Vine Lash on you. Let's see. Ooh,
Thankfully, it's not Vine Rash. Those are very itchy.
rolled a 7, but rolled a 1. And that 1
Oh!
very beginning. So, dun dun dun.
Dun dun.
And if you would like to do the honors and roll a 20-sided die, I will tell you what happens to this beastie.
What's number 5?
5. Wild swing. You overextend yourself, going for the kill. Your opponent gains advantage on attack rolls against you for 1 turn. Aha. So the vines reach out and try and grab hold of you, but they end up missing completely as you are able to move out of its way.
I envision leaping up into the air with my wings flapping.
There was still a pebble under the pot, and it caused it to overbalance.
Caw, caw.
No, ha 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 ha.
So
I still haven't looked up what a kingfisher sounds like. But
so now I will ask each of you whether you want to be engaged in the fight, and then you can give me your if you are going to fight, give me your initiative roll. Zechariah, are you going to fight?
Yes, I will be in combat, and my initiative is an 8.
Okay. Talnard,
Take your time.
do you wish to fight?
Yes. Initiative would be 9.
Okay. And Theo and Kat, you are in the other room. You're in the chapel, basilica, as we call it. Do you wish to fight?
No.
So you are going to continue to groom.
Yep.
Okay. Aaron Stormfell, do you wish to fight?
Yes.
What is your initiative?
A natural 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. And Q.
Having spent last week getting familiar with my new mount, we are going to charge in and save the day.
Okay. What's your initiative?
However, I'm going to be a little late to the party. I have a 5.
You have a 5. Okay. So the first couple of rounds are on everybody else. You'll get there when you get there, right?
Yes.
Just in time to save the day.
I've got little legs and I'm on a sheep. Give me a chance.
I could just see this little halfling with with a colander on his head coming in on riding on the back of a ewe or a sheep into the room. I love that. That's a vision I will not be able to get out of my head. Okay, so round 2, Kingfisher. It is your turn.
Alrighty then. I will attack once more since I looked up the Kingfisher sound, so instead of caw caw, it's tweet 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 tweet. I sent that to our Discord. Alright, second attack. Well, second round of attacks. Oh, but I have advantage.
Yes.
Yay. Yeah, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And that does my maximum possible damage with 1 talon, 11 points of damage. And then I will roll again. And that's a 14.
14 just does hit.
Yep. And that does 8 points of damage. So again, a total of 19. And now I'm officially dodging after that turn with my key point from the previous turn.
All right. Aaron Stonefell. I've got the wrong name in here.
Why do we keep getting that wrong?
How about you just say Aaron?
Aaron. Well, I like saying the whole name if I can. So it is your turn.
All right. Let's see.
You will have to get into the room.
Let's get into the room. So do we go this way?
You move your token
Yeah.
directly across. Mm-hmm.
And let's see, which of these actions am I going to do? I'm going to use my mace. Let's see.
My eyes. Oh wait. Oh.
Let me roll here. 1 second. See what we do. 13. Just 13 hit.
Does hit. Yes. 13 is its AC.
And now what do I do?
Well, what are you using to attack it with?
The mace.
Okay. So you rolled a 13 to hit it. Now you go over to the right, and the
Oh yeah.
brain is not working right now.
Damage. Damage.
Damage.
Yeah.
Which is
Where's the
way
damage?
over to the right.
The bludgeoning. Bludgeoning is a 6.
Okay, so you did 6 points of damage.
Yes. with bludgeoning of the mace.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have...
So, what Tonar is going to do, let me make that a little smaller on my screen.
The vines are next.
Okay,
Then Talnar.
that's fine.
Aaron, do you have any bonus actions or a second attack that you can do?
What?
You have two actions. You can attack again.
Let's see. Let's do after. Let's see. What is my bonus action?
You don't
Is
have
this
to
one-
use. You don't have to use your bonus action yet. You have two attacks. So you've attacked once. You can attack again. It's basically swinging one way and then swinging another way.
Let's do it again. Oh, 15 to hit.
15 hits. For sure.
And 20 and 21. It says 21. How did that happen? That can't be the right damage.
It was a second to hit roll.
Your damage. Yeah, that 21 is to hit.
Yes.
So now you have to roll
I
your
hit
damage.
the damage, and it's not doing anything. There. Let me try that again. There. I had to clear it. I got 6 again on the damage.
So
Calm down, little girl.
okay.
Okay.
Now see if
I'm going to mute myself for a second.
okay. So now it is the vine's turn, and since there are two people in the room, I have to flip a coin. I don't know where my coin went off to. Is it right out here? Okay. There we go. Let's do it that way. The vines are going to go after Aaron. And we'll roll Vine Lash with a Aaron. The vines rolled a 14. Does that hit? No, it does not. So that's a single action you can do. So it is done.
Has to be 16.
All right. So, Talnar, it is your turn.
Tonar is going to go ahead and move right on. I'm standing behind it, but it's just snapping to the corner.
You're actually in the middle of the wall.
It's snapping to the corner of the grid. If I move it this way, I'm going to be right behind, right underneath the character. So it's snapping to the grid where it's how it's still on the map. So I need to see if there's a way to undo that.
I don't have the ability to unsnap, but you can actually move down one and you'll be in the what shows a wall is not actually a wall. So you can stand right next.
Yeah.
Not that. Yeah, there. That works.
Yeah, it's snapping because that's the closest grid period for it. But I'm directly behind it. On the opposite side of Kingfisher. So I will swing with my rapier. And that is a 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
So 46 plus a D8. And that is that's 6, 5, 11, 15, 16, no, 17, 19, plus 4. So that is going to be a 23 to hit. 23 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm assuming he is still up.
Yep.
Bonus action with my short sword. And that's 17 to hit.
That's it.
And that is 5 points of damage.
Zechariah.
Let's so how are you going to rule on this zombie mimic? Are you going to use the stats for just what the mimic is, or I don't know, there is a zombie template out there somewhere, but I don't know, because the spear just describes it as a undead zombie servant. So do you just want to use the stats of the mimic, what you had as the ultra mimic?
Well, there's what's called an undead mimic. There's stats.
Okay. Cool. You want to use that?
Yes.
Nice. Send the undead mimic. I send the undead mimic to attack.
I'll send you the. I can get.
Plants versus zombies.
Actually, what's his range? Actually, yeah. Let's see what his range is when you send it over to me.
Well, I can get it over to you. Let's see. I'm going to put it in general chat.
That's cool.
Because right there.
An undead mimic. Awesome. Okay, you can only go 2 feet.
Speed is 10 feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can only go 10 feet, right? So you can't get up there. Shape changer. Change grappler. Okay, so for right now, I'll just move him 5, 10. What's your deal on diagonal movement, right? You count it as
same.
You count diagonal movement as regular movement, right?
Just remember that the only thing that the mimic cannot do is use its tongue because it doesn't have it anymore.
Okay.
Wrong mimic.
That's true. You're right. Thank you for pointing that
Yeah,
out.
I didn't think that we cut that out, but I didn't know if you had some other ruling about maybe since he's undead, his tongue fell out or something. So I move the mimic on my turn, and then I have regular javelins, so I'll actually throw a javelin at the assassin vine.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Hey, and look at here. How about a nat 20? So 2d6 plus 2. So 8. Does it look damaged? I would think that it would look pretty damaged, but
Oh, it's been clipped. It's starting to look like a what do they call those things?
Bonsai tree?
Yeah, a bonsai. Thank you. A bonsai tree is exactly what I was trying to. I'm going. Mr. Miyagi did what with the? What was the tree? I was trying-
Picking up what you're putting down, Dungeon Master.
Oh man, we're on the same page. Yeah. So yeah, it's been trimmed quite a bit, and now it's kind of sticking through, the trunk of it. But it's not. I mean, it's wounded, but it's not dead yet.
okay.
It feels happy.
I think I'm just gonna hang close to Relpec. I'm done.
So Talnar, you while you were standing there, you just feel the breeze go right past your head as a javelin just jams right in and goes through the trunk of this vine, and you look over your shoulder to see that Zechariah just it's moving back from his stance where he's thrown that javelin directly at the vines. So, excuse me. Okay, Q.
Yes.
Hee
I am going to mount my trusty sheep, and at the moment I'm just going to move the sheep. And then we are going to sprint into the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Normal movement. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And since I haven't moved at all, I am going to attack the assassin vine.
Now, these are 5 feet each.
Okay.
12 squares at 5.
Yes. The sheep sprinted. I did not move at all.
You just held on for dear life.
I just held on for dear life.
So everybody sees and hears the clumping of you two running into the room with Q.
And at this
up
point,
and down on top of it, and his colander kind of going all which way as he's coming in.
yes.
And you kind of goes right in front of the plant.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to leap off the sheep in as much fearsome roar as I can make, swinging my short sword. I'm going to leap onto the vine.
Okay. Hack. Hawk.
And fail miserably.
Okay. So when you jump off of you actually jump into the vines in such a way that you look like David Letterman being plastered onto the wall with the
Velcro wall, yes.
Velcro wall. And the vines start to kind of curl around you as you land in the middle of these vines.
Yes. It was spectacular, but a fail.
Well, you got into the room. That
Yes.
was the important thing. So, okay. Theo and Kat, you are not participating.
No,
There you are. Okay.
just casually trying to figure out this tongue.
You just wag
Miminic's tongue.
And wondering why a cloud of lanolin wool just went by you.
very, very quickly. All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So that will bring us to the top of the order and Kingfisher Blue.
Alrighty then. Let's be thrilled that most of my companions have chosen to come to my aid. I will.
However spectacularly ineffective they may be.
Yes, still, I think intimidation factor is there. So, I will attack the assassin vine once more with my talon strike. The first blow, which is not a flurry, by the way. I'm saving some key points for later. 21 to hit, which does hit. And boom, 10 points of damage with that attack. Am I no, I just had advantage on the one turn, right?
Technically, I'm supposed to be flanking with you.
Okay, so I do have advantage.
Well, if nothing else, I'm flanking.
Yes. Nice flank stake. With the 14 to hit and 7 points of damage. So a total of 17 points of damage for that turn.
And how do you want to do this?
Oh, thank you so much. All right. So having already trimmed it down with the rest of my attack mates to the bonsai tree, I will I will take out. I'll just use my talons, and I will dump it back over, and then I will shake all the dirt or whatever it was, resting in, and then I will proceed to do a Ginsu knife commercial, and just finally chop it like celery, and then mix it up for mulch.
And as you do that, I appear out of the greenery.
And a half-cut can falls on the ground, and
a brick has been scored. Papers.
That's right. The Ginsu knife commercials. They were great at the time.
Still slices this tomato in half. All right. So now I have a nice little bag of mulch made from this assassin vine mulch. It's very good fertilizer. So, I tried to persuade you not to do this.
And the sheep begins to nibble.
There we go. Yes, I'll feed the assassin vine to good you two.
Very nicely done. Very nicely.
And I did it in my own spectacular idiom.
Message for you, sir. Okay,
on, wax off, and gone. Okay. So the rest of the room is clear. There are no other assassin vines within this little room.
Whatever the sheep doesn't eat, I'll use to fertilize the remaining plants in the room.
Or whatever the sheep decides to
become fertilizer.
Will be used as fertilizer too. So okay.
It's mulch. Mulch.
Okay. So
thank you very much.
I'll water all the plants. So.
What does the party intend to do now that you have finished
Let's go to the comment section for clues. Investigation.
Yes, I mean you're more than welcome to do an investigation.
Yes.
Okay, so per our discussion with the come on, does this? Please hold your actions or whatever you're going to do until I call it. Okay. If we're maybe. Okay. So, Kingfisher Blue. Now that we are out of combat, what are you doing? You're investigating the room.
Yes, and I rolled a 16 on my investigation check.
16. Lots of obviously pots, other paraphernalia that's used in potting plants, that sort of thing.
Pot and pot paraphernalia. Thank you. Yes, good. We'll collect all that.
Some pot, yeah. This room is.
Oh, look, a bong.
Kingfisher, can I move you for just 1 second?
Go right ahead. I enjoy it.
Make sure I got the room number right. This is the flower room. It's used for storing and then storing flowers, plants that are used on the altars and other rooms throughout the complex. But the majority of what's in here has rotted or has not been kept well. Obviously, the plants that are still surviving welcome the the administrations of Kingfisher Blue and the others of you that help him tend to them. Even the water is a welcome splash of food for them to be able to do what they need to do and to make more plants, even in the dark of these and cold of these particular areas. So
yes, a kind namaste to the plants. I salute the bog in them.
Medea is not here. Q, what are you doing?
I'm taking bits of vine that may be left over and weaving a sheep belt.
Sheep belt?
Well, I got to tie myself to the sheep as we ride.
Oh, I see. Okay, so a harness that you're going to use.
Well, I was thinking a seat belt, but it's a sheep.
Seat belt. Yeah, this is a pretty young you too.
Well, I'm not very old myself.
Old enough. Okay. Theo and Kat, what are you doing?
Well, she's just gonna start, wandering
During your
finding the source of the chaos and gonna just being suddenly really laid back and chill.
Was there catnip in the room?
There might be.
probably
He
smells
got
bad.
into Kingfisher's gummies.
Well, the human is just fine, but Theo, the CAT is looking a little tipsy.
Okay. Talnar, what are you doing?
Polnar's gonna walk on the other side of the room to where it's 7, and I'm gonna sit down and start looking, seeing if there's anything noticeable that's different for this room. possibly a out of place gap between bricks, or anything that can lead to what to a different room, or possibly something that may be out of the normal eye of most people.
Roll an investigation check.
You said investigation?
Yes.
Well, apparently, due to the clippings from the other room, because I rolled a 10. I rolled a 10. Some of the grass, got in my eyes, and apparently I have hay fever.
Well, remember, these are vines, not straw, hay, or grass. So the
I mean,
unless it was stuff
hay
like
fever?
lemongrass and stuff like that were administered to, besides the vines themselves.
We don't know how they garden in this monastery. It's like, we were not expecting a tongue full of possible catnip either.
The chapel itself is that you're in, which is room 7. The chapel itself is quite plain. There are slight grooves in the stone work below the benches, where it appears that for centuries the monks would sit on the benches, but then when they kneeled, they would kneel in such a way that it caused grooves to form in the stonework of the floor.
Genuflect.
Yeah, the fireplace itself, it's a big fireplace considering where you are. Looks like it has not been used in quite a long while, but there's no ornaments or pictures or anything. It's just a big gigantic fireplace at one end of the room. That's about it. Let's see. Aaron Stonefeld, what are you doing?
I'm going to take a bit of broken pottery and dig through all of the still planted pots to see what I can find. And so I rolled a investigation check at 18.
Most of these potted plants that have been watered and have had their nutrients added to fertilizer, etc. There isn't anything about the pottery that's that's not the right word for it. They look very normal. There really isn't anything out of place, nor is it nor does any of the pottery look like it has any ornamental inscriptions or anything like that on it. These are just they just look like regular potted plants in pots. There are several bouquets of cut plants or cut trimmings that are in a pile in the corner. It appears at one point in time that they brought in fresh flowers from other places instead of growing them there. And those have been clipped and are laying on the floor, just in a pile where they were picked up from somewhere else and brought back here to finish wilting and dying. But nothing really out of the ordinary other than that. Okay. And go ahead. You going to say something?
Nope. That's what I needed to know.
Okay. Zechariah, what are you doing?
going to ask Relpek if he's been in this area before. Was he ever brought here by either the Medusa or any of the minions of the Medusa? Is this an area he's familiar with? Does he have any idea where, if we're heading in the right direction to where we think that the another piece of the telescope, the part that we're looking for, could be at?
Well, he kind of looks down at his hands, and then he looks up at you and says, I've been taken to every part of this entire monastery, from the main chapel and the main part of the building, into every one of the chambers here, or every one of the hallways. From my recollection, and coming in here before, there really wasn't anything other than the Yanti that carried me or dragged me from one place to another. Came in here, did some administrations with the plants that your colleagues or your friends are looking at, but other than that, that's it. That's all I know.
So this is for you, Chris? Is this room a dead end? There's nowhere, we can't go south?
No, this room is underneath the hallway, as I've said before.
Right. But I mean, is there, like, room 9? Have we already been down to 9?
Yeah, 9 is anything that does not have black over it, you've been into.
Right. So it looks like I'm looking. In other words, I'm looking to see where else there would be to go.
As far as I can tell, the places that have black spots are basically solid walls.
Right.
So what I
okay. So okay. So we're looking for another level down. I'll ask him. Is this the bottom level? Is there more below us?
No. This is the lowest part. This is the
lowest part.
This is as far as I've gone. But there are 2 levels above us before getting to the main what am I trying to think of? The right word. The main chapel, the entrance to the whole place, is 3 levels above us, but there are other places beside that. Who's doing the blue? Okay. Just making sure. I got confused there for a second. I thought I had done that. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do yours too. I thought it was just mine.
So when we came down,
said, who's doing the blue? Wait.
So when we came down into this level, did we come into room 1?
Yeah.
Did we come in from the north?
Staircase is
the staircase. So that's not that's okay. I thought that was a rug. All right. Okay, so that's how we go back up. So I'll express to everybody that, as far as I feel, we've explored this entire area. Relpek has no additional thoughts or feelings that, this missing piece could be down here. So I say, I think we ought to leave and go back up to the next level and see where we haven't explored.
An excellent suggestion, Zechariah. I concur.
Anybody else?
The sheep agrees.
The sheep agrees.
So let's go back up a level,
All right.
please. I think, Chris, I think you can highlight all of the tokens and copy them, like Control C. And then when you move us to the next map, I think you can Control V us, just like you do in a Word document. If you want to move us all at one time, is what I'm saying. I think you can do that. You can highlight everybody, just like drag a square over us or whatever.
Gotta make sure I'm at the right level, but we're going.
Don't throw us into your 13 levels of hell from the next campaign. So
No, that's not actually in the next game. So.
sure, it's not. Of course, it's not.
Abaddon, spare us.
Right. Exactly right.
I remember. Gotta get my maps here to make sure I get. Okay. Now I know what those were. Say that.
Do you have this map labeled? Like you personally?
Yeah.
Okay. So how would we refer to this level? The bottom level?
This is the
lowest level, third level?
This is level 3 underneath.
The boggy bottom level.
Okay, so the third level. You would characterize this the third level.
Sure that everybody is not there. Make sure that everybody is. Yep, we should have. Oop, no, Palmer, you're outside the room. Okay. All right.
Like I said, I think you can select your selector and just drag a big square over us.
Yeah.
And Control C. Okay.
Getting ready to reveal the next room.
All right.
Get to the right one, or not the. You know what I mean. "6 years running, grain soak ale reigns supreme in the kingdom of Ithaca. Crafted by the Grain Soak brothers in small batches, originally served only in the Dusty Kettle Tavern at Ballistavia, now served across the realms. A wine is just a wine, but an ale is a brew. Grain Soak Ale now served across Ithacoth and Asterag, not sold in Aphomet. Drink responsibly, not suitable for halflings, gnomes, or fairies." Okay, we are back. The room that you are in. Sorry, I'm gonna have to move you.
You moved me.
Moved your animal, not you. So
You moved you. Did you get consent?
Okay. So the staircase led you up into this room, which just basically has a hole in the floor with the staircase below it.
Okay.
It is familiar to you. You have been in this room. You've been in every room on this particular floor. So, but
So that black shaped L area, or 7, as Bradley said, that's a wall, or that's literally something that we haven't explored.
haven't explored it yet. That's why it's
Okay. Okay. And this is rock right here. Let me see. I'm ping this blue. This is some rocks. This was like a cave in.
Yes.
It could be an L7 weenie. Square.
It does look like 7.
Okay. I mean, I'm taking some liberties here, but I mean, I'm assuming that this is familiar to us, and like,
Some of
we can wander around, but I mean, if we know that this area was unexplored, can we just go over that area? I mean,
4 of you have been through this area before. In fact, you've been through this whole entire floor.
sure.
Not including Relpek, obviously, but Talnar and Zechariah, and Fisher Blue, and Q. You have all been here before.
You said he'd been in every room.
And then
Relpek.
Relpek has been through here as well. But you have two folks that have not.
Well, now
So you made a. So you. Well, that's not a lot. Okay.
Theo and Kat, I don't know if you have been through this area. I know that Aaron Stonefell has not been through here. So
No.
So
So I don't know how you want to adjudicate this. I mean, do you want to say that we're just going to wander around through this whole level until we discover the one area that we haven't walked into? Or do you want us just to aimlessly walk around until we discover the area that we haven't walked into? I mean, how do you want to adjudicate this?
and that's completely up to the party and how you decide whether you are going to go through rooms again, or if you are going to go and make your way towards the entrance, or to the other staircase, because this particular level is more of a labyrinth than it is just a normal normal walk in the park.
Now ask Kingfisher Blue. Kingfisher Blue, do you know of any area here that we haven't explored on this level?
as memory serves me, we did explore most of this level. I don't remember if this is the one where I emerged from the mysterious transporting barrel or not. But I would imagine we left some parts unexplored. And there goes the sheep.
now, Q, you're riding the sheep, right?
That is bad news. Splitting up the party.
Q was on the lamb. Oh no.
Well, I'll follow. I mean, I'll follow Q, and obviously Ralpek follows me and the mimics with us. So
There's a way to do that. To do it where the camera actually follows you guys through places. So now, y'all are obviously, running, but you haven't asked all of your party what they want to do, and that's detrimental for not only the people that are going ahead, but also the people that are staying, because what you do as you walk may trigger something that other people in rooms, could potentially.
right. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, my intention. Well, my intention is to follow the group, and like I said, take Relpack and the Mimic with me. So, but I mean, if you want to go in a more orderly manner, I totally understand that.
Well, I'm
I mean, y'all left both ladies behind, so
y'all,
I'm just
Well,
being me.
all three
I'm-
ladies actually.
I'm encouraging everyone, to stick together. Let's all follow. I mean, we can all follow Q. I mean,
Says the person that's supposed to be with Q.
Me and the sheep are just being me.
right.
Yeah.
gotta be careful of splitting with everybody else. So Lominde, I'll take care of her. Aaron, what are you planning on doing? You going to follow everybody else or explore or what?
My intention was to ask Relpack if he could recall any hidden or perhaps secret areas of this section that he might like to lead us to.
Perfect.
But since he's following one person and not the whole group, that made that difficult.
Well, no, that's fine. If you start talking to Relpack, I mean, I'll hang out here. I'm hanging out wherever Relpack's hanging out at. So, Chris, are you gonna control Relpack?
I'm well, yes, to a certain extent. Relpeck's main thing is just to be able to get out of here. But hearing Aaron ask that question, he recognizes the room that y'all are in. He knows the floor that you are on. He says, well, I know that at certain points they jostled me around, and I'm sure that the pieces of the telescope fell out of my satchel. I have no idea where my satchel is now. The last time that I remember seeing it or having it in my possession was in the crypts, but we're nowhere near the crypts. So
What level is the crypts on?
well, the crypts aren't on a level. They are in a separate area from the from this floor and from the floor below. And he kind
And the
of
bloods are on another
he's
level.
trying to recall, and he's having trouble remembering. But
Okay, Relpack. Since you are having trouble recalling, can you perhaps just lead us in a direction toward where the crypts lie?
I could certainly try.
I mean, if it's too difficult to task, perhaps as we go along, something might spur your memory.
He starts to kind of wander. Oh, not quite that way. Goes through doors, not through walls. Um, he kind of gets a curious look on his face, and he says, "Now I remember this, but I don't." I'm turned around, and he's trying to remember, and so he goes to a room and opens the door. I'm trying to gather my bearings, and he chill. He goes
Just not the screaming one.
he goes into room 14 and realizes that it's the music room. And he says, "Okay, now I know my way around from here, I think." And so he exits back out the door. He said he kind of looks around at the group and says, "For whatever reason, I remember there being a mimic in that room. Do you remember there being a mimic?"
The music room? Yes, there were quite a few. All the instruments were mimics.
That's right. So he says, for whatever reason, the Yanti have this ability. I don't know how, but they're able to tame the mimics, and I'm completely afraid of them. So he starts to walk down the hallway again and goes to the next room and goes in and looks in and sees that there is what used to be a privy in the floor, but now it is a big hole in the floor. And
Is it a wyvern-shaped hole?
no, he
this is different.
he goes over towards the privy and kind of looks around it and then looks into it, and he says, "Well, the Drake's not here anymore."
Oh yes, Drake from State Farm. Yes.
He looks back at the group and says, "There was a Drake in. There was a guard Drake in the privy."
There was a guard Drake in the privy.
Yes, it was.
Do you know what happened to it?
We
It is the
befriended it.
next guard
and-
Drake.
Yeah, it was sadly defeated in combat bravely and is no longer with us.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. That he was actually a friend, at least for a time.
Aw.
He was our friend too.
So, now I'm starting to get my bearings. I'm starting to remember where things were or are. He says, "No, I don't want to go that way. That was not a good way to go." Yeah, there were some. That was that down that hallway was some of the chambers for the Yanti. So he continues going on. I'm gonna remove Lomende so that she doesn't have to worry about being here on this floor. She'll just wake up in another place. Where is okay? So he continues going on, looking and trying to remember. Says there's nothing down that way. So he starts going up the center, and he says, "The staircase is this way, so follow me." As I'm leading you on a wild goose chase.
Very funny.
Well, we were near water, be a red herring.
Those are delicious, by the way.
Yes, I'm sure that herring is fun. Where is he? So-
Make a nice little kipper snack.
So he looks around and says, the there is another set of stairs that leads down into the level below us that you were in. But the easier way to get back up is through that hole in the wall or hole in the floor that we went through. But this staircase takes us back up to the first level, or the level below everybody else, or below the main chapel. So don't move anymore. Don't move anymore. I'm trying to highlight everybody so I can copy you and get you to the next spot.
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh yes.
Very old video game. I used to play a dungeon crawl game. That was the sound effect. When you went up the stairs, it went da 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 da, and then when you went down the stairs, it went da 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 da.
Make sure that I have the right tone. Of course. Okay. Just 1 second. I'm trying to set this up right so that it's a. Really do. Sorry, I'm trying to keep Q and you from falling into the lava. And you'll understand in just a second. There you go.
What if he wants to go in the lava?
Yeah, I'd prefer not to have baked lamb.
Again.
Or baked halfling.
Again.
It's half rack of lamb,
Halfling.
half rack of halfling. Halflings and lava seem to attract each other,
Yes.
especially if there's a ring involved.
With Elvin.
Yes, I should have put a ring on it.
You liked it, yes.
Second, right. To normal on. Understand why it doesn't focus. Really? It's not that.
Just now occurred to me. I watched an AI music video, Smeagol singing. If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Ooh.
I never made the connection.
Looks about right considering who's in the video. Did I say that out loud?
Yep.
Filters, Q. More filters between the brain and the mouth.
Not enough.
Not
Never
enough.
enough.
And back to technical difficulties, trying to get things moved. Got it in the right area.
These long pauses aren't quite as awkward when you watch the playback at 1.5 speed. So.
Well, I also, try and edit out most of this extra stuff. So, okay. So,
And again, come down to the saltine keg. 2-for-1 drinks. Special.
Well, Chris, you can certainly try.
Okay, so
Family night special.
the first level that you come to, where you are standing now, there is a gigantic statue directly ahead of you. You've actually walked up a set of stairs underneath the statue into this room. The statue is a dwarf monk in ceremonial robes with different I'm trying to think of scrolls, as well as is holding a sword. This is the staircase that goes down to the next level is here. So
this is what would be considered level 1.
yeah, this is directly below the chapel.
Okay, and then do I notice that none of the rooms are numbered?
No,
Or they're not numbered on my map.
they're not numbered on your map or mine. And that was
And then was I playing when y'all were on this level? Because I don't, for some reason, this level doesn't seem familiar whatsoever to me.
okay. I know.
I mean, I don't know how we quantify that, but
Yeah, I know that Liliana was with us at this time. I think that
Bronson was on this level, but
Yeah.
I really was. Yeah.
okay, right. So we actually appeared on level 2, or when I came in, we were on level 2.
Chris, I'm investigating the statue, and I rolled a natural 20.
Ooh,
Woo!
So, little dragon came out and ate my dice on the screen. It was hilarious. I loved it.
was it
Teach us about this monk statue.
the monk
Teach Kingfisher.
statue? The monk statue actually looks very similar to the as far as carving is concerned. I mean, this is a gigantic statue. It's almost as big as the one that is actually in the main chapel that you saw when you first came into the monastery at the beginning of all this. But this statue happens to be a little bit smaller, but still very menacing looking. But it looks very similar to the dwarves that you met at the Graced grain mill. Bronson.
I'm sure Bronson told me all about them.
Yeah, but it's there is a faint tint of blue, like a royal blue color to the robes. That was part of the garments that the dwarven monks would wear when they were here. So this is paying homage to the dwarven monks that have gone on before.
Kingfisher will pay his homage as well, and then he'll start with his nat 20 investigating for anything of value. He'll look up the skirt. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Whoa. We're at our break.
Yep. There isn't anything of value on the statue itself. It is very ornately carved and is a almost perfect replica of what the dwarves looked like. That
so no jewels, gemstones, hidden runes that reveal buttons or anything like that.
Most of that kind of stuff, the adventurers of your party have already picked clean, not of this statue, but within these floors.
Soon.
So, In fact, I found the last resting spot of Bronson before he disappeared to the other end of this floor. So, but
Oh, is Ileana still there too?
the statues are actually not on the. I don't have any statues on this map, which is very odd. It may have been that I just did not put them in.
They're the coffins.
We do have coffins, including
We did the conga line with.
Later on. But that being said, there's most of these rooms have been pretty much been clean. If there was something to take.
All right.
So who was actually playing? Is it Talnar and Q are the only two that would have been on this level of the original group?
Possibly. Talnar,
I think
yes.
so. Yeah.
Talnar, Q. I mean, you guys recognize this place.
Well, Minx was with us, wasn't she?
Thanks was
Yeah, I think so as well.
I think so. It's been so long.
Right, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Talnar,
Been too
Q,
long.
Ileana, Bronson, Minx.
Garrett's.
But like that tree in the far left, top left corner. See, I think I only know about that tree because of what I've read or from the videos. Like, right.
And none of us that have been on this level could speak Sylvan, so
Yeah, and it was the fairy.
Ileana could.
Fairies with the tree.
so even Talnar couldn't really tell you exactly what happened in there.
Yeah, only Ileana spoke Sylvan, so she's the only one that knows. She wasn't really forthcoming with information. It came to sharing with the group.
I wonder why you didn't have this map numbered. Or I wonder why you didn't have the runes numbered.
It's because the original map that y'all used was a drawn map rather than a digital map.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
So
The old days.
yeah, this
The
is
olden times.
a updated version for our modules that doesn't have it. I can. That is. Do this. It actually put Q and U right back in the stone, or I mean in the lava. So let's do this. If this will help everybody out.
I got nothing.
Okay, give it just
my history
That's
check
it.
failed.
your what?
My history check failed, so
Well,
I see the numbers.
this is the drawn map that I did before doing the digital.
That's so cool. That really is nice. That's just neat. Are you telling me that's hand drawn?
Yes, I did all of this by hand.
Wow.
I had to
Boy,
get my
his
drawing
arms.
skills from someone in the
Make sure.
family.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Make sure you put this into the so you have to put this into hardcover or something. That's really impressive. Or like when they're going when you're going back and doing like a retrospective of the whole entire thing, like 50 years from now, and you'll have to put it's like here's the hand drawn maps that I used.
I mean, yeah,
That's
and
so
the-
cool.
Yeah, the appendix is in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah,
Oh.
exactly right. Yeah, how the Iron Realm was created. Right.
It's in the back. It's actually in the manual.
Neat.
In the modules. So I just did.
I mean, I remember bits and pieces of this because I think that dot at the bottom between 3 and 6 is where you guys wanted to dangle me like an ornament. And I want to say 3 is where you got us with the trap that was on the inside of the door, not the door itself. And 1 is where we actually used the screaming ball bearing.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
That's,
And that's
where
just
you
it.
got it from.
Rest in
that's
peace,
cool.
Screamy. Rest in peace.
Okay. So, Allison, did you have something you wanted to say?
No. I
Okay.
mean, I was just commenting at the fact that, you know, I had to get my drawing skills from someone.
Appreciate that. Love you, kiddo.
For those that don't know, I do tend to draw my own characters, and that's like a big thing for me right now.
Okay. And Aaron, did you have something you wanted to say? Were you? I don't know if you were trying to comment or not. Okay. So yes, you are in room 23. Yeah. So this statue that's before you, and then you've got other rooms ahead of you. In the drawing, obviously the black block box, that is actually a door for you to go through. Most of these rooms, are either the door is open, the door is closed, or the door is broken, because you guys have done one of the 3. And you've done it like, there's something nasty in there. I'm going to close the door, or I'm going to open the door and just
On the off chance that Talon couldn't pick the lock, Bronson just busted it open.
sit it in. Yes.
Nice.
Unless there was some sort of dangerous apparatus. So, okay.
Well, I'll continue to follow Relpec. I mean, if Relpec's just leaving out of here, if he's taking us to this, what did you say it was,
Crips.
the crypts?
And the Bloods. Or what was it?
No. Not,
No, that's at another facility,
Yes.
and we're not in between the 2 areas, so.
different plane of existence.
So, I mean, like I said, that's my plan. I mean, obviously, because I've never been here. So, I mean, but I would mention, I think we just continue to follow Relpec. I mean, if he's willing to lead us to where he thinks, this missing ball is at or has a chance. I mean, it's either that or we just re-explore the entire Er'fro'ren. I mean, right? I mean, I don't know any other option here.
No, I totally understand. That's a decision for the entire group to make, whether you want to to go through the other rooms, or if you want to continue trying to move towards where Relpec thinks that things may be. And this is everybody's chance to chime in.
In absence,
I'm in.
In absence of
Lead the way.
I'm going to follow the other lost soul.
The sheep?
Is that not, that would be our guidance?
So, Kat,
Uh,
are you there? Theo and Kat? I see a shadow.
It's
Bueller,
Tuttons for Theo and Cat.
Bueller.
Aaron Stonefell.
I'm still wanting to see if Railpec can find his satchel. So if he thinks he knows how to get us to the crypt, then that is where I want to go.
Anybody else? I don't know. Theo and Kat, are you wanting to follow everybody else or do your own thing?
Oh, yeah.
Meow.
Sorry, we had to drink a little bit of water, okay? Just to
Okay,
Stay
so
hydrated for
fresh
sure.
the
Yes.
palate a little bit.
so who's got the little red laser and is shining it on the floor for Theo and Cat? So
That would be Cat.
are you able to move your character? You're in room 23 and we're going through the hallways.
Cat and Theo's with us.
Yeah, I
The one
moved.
that's back there is Aaron.
I understand. We just
I can't move.
can't move.
The way my screen is, all of the little tiles are on top of this map. And I can't make the map bigger without not seeing what's happening. I don't know what the difference is with this map, but in roll 20, for some reason I can't move myself here on this map.
That's not your.
I don't know.
You being person in charge of your. There's no other
There you guys are, way up there.
name. I moved you up.
Thank you. Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Okay, so it's one.
You sure might have another.
We've got 9 people, so we have the Fellowship of the Ring. How about that? No, that's
Yeah.
Kingfisher Blue. I'm sorry, Kingfisher. I moved you.
And one halfling and 13 dwarves or 12 dwarves.
Well, there's no dwarves. We don't have any dwarves. We have everyone.
Taldnar's average height for a regular human male.
So the only way to get through is through this tiny little corridor. Everybody needs to suck in your gut.
Except for me and the sheep.
And the
I'm a
cat.
bird. What?
The bird can fly, and the cat can go slinky through if it needs to.
Don't leave me behind.
Bronson would have gotten stuck in this.
Aaron, are you still having issues?
Yes,
You want me to move you?
please.
Do you have your pointer clicked, selected on the top left?
Yes. It's not that. If you could see my screen, you would understand. But unless I shared my screen with you, you wouldn't understand. It's the icons that are on roll 20, where like you see the DM, Kingfisher, Talnar, Hugh, Zechariah. Those, they're bigger than the map.
Oh, you can change that to name only.
How?
You go to the settings,
Where?
top right,
The
corner
gear
of the
shift.
screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
top right.
and do what?
Go. Let's see.
All the way to the.
Settings, audio, video. Nope. Hold on.
You first have to.
Yeah,
open
audio,
the-
video,
Then hit the
video display, names only.
Oh, here it is. And then where on video display?
Go to video display. You see player video player video avatar size, and it will have a down where you can click on it, and it will bring down large, regular, small, or names only.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah!
Officer!
Alphazah.
My life is now better.
Praise
You
Bob,
see,
who
now
blessed
the
you
names are
slow.
gone.
Hold on. I
Okay,
was singing praises over a cup of ale.
so let's see.
Thank you. Life is better. Okay.
Kat, are you moving through Theo and Kat?
Yes.
Moving through the little area?
Okay.
I gotta see where Relpec actually is. Covered by everybody else and their names. Alright. So it keeps going through. I feel like this is kind of like Pac-Man.
Walk, 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 walk.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, Chris, was it 16 where we had the bloodbath in?
Yes,
I
you
goes,
met the blood giant.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you
It's
actually ended up sleeping in there overnight with this big gigantic carcass.
Oh, yes, the smell.
Yes. So walking past room 16, the wafting stink of rot after
Ew.
3 years of a giant blood giant being killed in this room. It's just wafting under the door, the bottom of the door. So Relpec continues going forward.
You're out of here.
Just wanted to get out, and I know that everybody else is too.
there's no pass through there.
Yeah, you can't go between 17 and 13. You got to go around. Don't cheat.
What? Apparently, that mimic tongue is really making hallucinations very vivid.
It's the catnip.
It's the cat.
We don't know that. We just know you had a mimic tongue, and now you're just on sky
You should
high.
stick to
there.
Yonti tongue like me.
No thanks.
Delicious.
Any tongue would have been preferred, but this tongue will be fine.
So,
Needs salt.
the entire party, I think, everyone is here. Nope. Kingfisher Blue, you're still by room 17.
Oh, yes, I was paying attention to the conversation and not the movement on the map. Sorry.
Okay. Go ahead.
Where is everyone? There we go.
Number 1. So,
Here I come.
but the door to room 1 is not open.
Hold on.
Well, yeah. Well,
Well-
was it open? Well, was it open before? Did y'all leave this door open?
We don't
I've
remember.
slept since then,
For 3 years, you slept.
so I mean, I don't know. It's been 3 years,
Okay.
so
Oh, no, we'll address the door.
so Sir Door, would you mind opening? I addressed it.
Just put a
but-
17 on it.
Didn't dress.
Chris, I'm going to go over to the side while still in line of sight of the party and check on this door that's right here. Is that one still shut? Is that one shut?
Closed.
Okay. So, Chris, remind me, Does this door have hinges?
No, it does not.
Okay. So, is there a keyhole? I didn't hear you.
No.
I knocked 3 times to open sesame.
Roll for persuasion.
Oh, it's a mimic door.
Get the tongue. Get the tongue.
Cat Theo.
Do it.
I'm saying dog.
No, that's my tongue.
It's for you.
You don't share.
You're on
You can
standby
have all
for
the mimic tongues you like.
the next, tonguing. You said persuasion. Let's see. That's a 14.
14. You managed to talk the door into wanting to be on a different plane of existence, but unfortunately it is in one spot and cannot move.
Okay. Well, see what happens when you go after tongues in the dungeon. They don't want, the other mimics don't want to cooperate nicely.
Nobody's speaking in tongues.
No, I say going after the tongues. in
Or
the
even
dungeon.
Sylvan, for that matter.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I mean, I'm just going by what you said. I'm assuming it's a mimic. So,
What other abilities do you have, or does someone else have that could figure out whether it is magical in nature, or if it even is?
That is not Tolnar.
I will investigate.
I'm the least magical person.
Let's see. How about a history check?
Arcana.
Will that work?
The way to go.
14.
On Arcana.
Oh, Arcana. Okay, let me. Sorry, I did history. Let me do Arcana. Nat 20, 26
Yes.
total Arcana.
Yes. Nice.
Dragon came out again. It was fun.
This door is
Yeah.
this door, as well as the one on either side. They are not magical. There is another way of opening up these doors.
What does my Nat 20 tell me on how to open them?
Well, your Arcana check is basically trying to figure out whether it has any magical properties to it. It does not. So, if anybody has anything that they can, I mean, you goes first.
What kind of door did you say it was?
It's
What would you like me to roll to try to open the door after that? Brilliant Arcana check.
the So it basically boils down to these particular doors push in and slide either to the right or the left on a curve.
Okay. I will swipe left on this door.
Pushing on the door, which these are made of
Swiping.
all three doors. You hear the mechanisms with that hold them in place. You hear them click, and the stones move simultaneously in a clockwise direction, so that each of the doors shift. When you do so,
You said 3 doors, right?
yes, there are 3 doors. There's one in front of
And
where
so we're going to get a click, click, boom. All right.
Oh,
that there is
Oh, there's a boom.
vent
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
happened?
a large.
you're not good.
What in the world?
I don't like it.
There is a blood giant guarding the staircase and 4 blood elementals that are all looking directly in your direction. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh,
What was wrong initiative?
wow.
So I'll get that on the screen
Wow.
so the audience can actually no, wait, go the other way. Go the other way.
Another BBEG.
On.
So a blood giant. What were the 4?
Blood element.
Blood elementals.
Blood elementals.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Right.
Or who?
Wow.
Shower.
Bloody massacre is what it is.
I mean,
Next adventure. Audience.
that or we just wait so long, Mike.
My
coagulate.
question is, should I be wearing my red pants or my brown pants?
Well, when you're riding you, it's pretty much no pants. But anyway, audience.
Well, I haven't worn pants since I joined the party. So
Audience, we thank you
It's even in your song.
tonight.
Jeez.
We do appreciate you being with us for episode 47. We do hope that you will tell everybody that you know, friends, relatives, enemies, frenemies, anyone and everyone. Please get the word out. Tell everybody about what is going on.
Strangers at the grocery store.
Episode 50, and we want you to be there. So until the next time, we wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Ria, we hope that you are feeling better and will be joining us again soon. Until next week, let's roll.
Shadows stretch along in the iron haze, boots on the stone through a labyrinth maze, whispers of gold in the dragon's breath, every step closer to glory or death. Through the iron realm we march tonight. Treasure gleams in the fading light. The monsters howl and the darkness creeps. Victory calls, but the price cuts steep. Steel in our hands, hearts burning bold. The weight of fear buried deep in the cold. Claws in the dark and fangs that gleam. The nightmare's alive, it's more than a dream. Through the iron realm we march tonight. Treasure gleams in the fading light. Monsters howl and the darkness creeps. Victory calls, but the price cuts deep. Blood on the blade, cries in the air. Hope flickers fast.